Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to Unit 11, Lesson 13. Today we'll be doing some mixed practice with decimals. So something you might run into are word problems with mixed operations. So you'll have to look at the clues in the word problem to decide if you're adding or subtracting. So the first one says, David's kite had a tail 1 5/10 meters long. David made it 75/100 meters longer. How long is the tail now? So he took the original tail and made it longer. So he added on to it. So I know I'm going to be adding for this problem. So I'll put the larger number on top, 1 5/10, and line up the decimal, 75/100. Now that opens up a gap here where I'll place a 0. Now to add, I have 0 plus 5, which is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12, carry the 1, decimal comes down, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So the tail would be 2 25/100 meters long now. The next word problem says Magda had $35. She spent 73 cents to buy a bag of peanuts. How much money does Magda have now? Okay, so she spent the money, which means she gets rid of it, which means that this is a subtraction problem. So I'll set it up by doing $35. Writing it as a money, like what it would look like on a price tag. And I'll subtract 73 cents, which would look as such. So when I do subtract, I need to borrow across these zeros, borrowing from the 5. Which, remember, then gives me a group of 10 at the end here. So now I can do 10 minus 3, which is 7, 9 minus 7, which is 2, and decimal point, 4 minus 0 is 4, and then 3 minus nothing is 3. So now, after buying the peanuts, she has $34.27. A lot of times we'll use different map problems with decimals to solve questions. So we're going to refer to the neighborhood map drawing, and we're going to estimate, keyword, estimate each answer by rounding the numbers to the nearest tenth. Okay, if I would have missed that, I would have accidentally done the exact answers. So I'm going to circle that word. And I'm also going to underline that I have to round to the tenths place. Okay, so the first question says, how far is it from Justin's house to Dana's house? All right, so Justin's house is located here, and Dana's house is here. So I'm going to have to add these distances in between. So 11 9/10 plus 12 45/100. That would be the distance from Justin's to Dana. So first I'm going to write out 11 9/10, which would not round at all because there's nothing in the hundredths place to change it. So that actually stays the same as 11 9/10. And when I look at the next number, 12 45/100, 4 is in the tenths place. Look next door. 5 will bump it up. So that will be 12 5/10. So when I go to add those numbers, since I have to find the distance to those places, 5 plus 9 is 14. Bring the decimal down. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So the estimated distance is 24 4/10 meters. The next one asks, how far does Anna have to walk to school? Okay, so we have Anna's house here and school here, which means I'll need to add this distance, which I've already rounded, which is nice, plus this distance here to figure out how far she has to walk to school. So remember, I've already rounded 12 45/100 here, and that rounds up to 12 5/10. The next number I need to work with is 10 8/10. Well, the 8 is in the tens place, and there's nothing next door, so it's like it's a 0. So that's going to stay the same as 10 8/10. Now I'll add these two together to figure out the distance she has to go. 5 plus 8 is 13, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 0 is 3, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So the estimated distance is 23 3/10 meters. We'll also do some work today where we're comparing and ordering decimals. So here I have 5 37/100 compared to 5 73/100. So if I look at the first whole number, 5 and 5, so far they match. So I have to go to the 10th place. 7 beats out a 3, so that means 5 and 73/100 is greater. The next one is 14 and 4/10 versus 14 and 40/100. Well, remember, I could easily add a 0 onto the end of this number, and then so far we have 14 and 14, 4 and 4, 0 and 0. So these decimals are equal. The next one is 25. It looks like 25.0, but remember that's the same thing as just the whole number, 25. And we're comparing that to 24 and 9/10. So let's start by comparing the tens place. 2 versus 2, they're the same. But when I get to the ones place, or the dollar place, 5 is bigger than 4. So $25 or 25 would be more than $24.90 or 24 and 9/10. The last one, we're ordering from smallest to greatest. Okay, key thing I want to remember is I have to go from least to greatest. So let's take a look at our decimals. We have 27/100, 78/100, 7/10, and 2/10. Well, what I'm going to do is so that they're all in hundredths, I'm going to add zeros onto these last two. So comparing at first, there's no whole numbers. They all have 0 out front. Next, I see a 2, which is definitely smaller than a 7, so still smaller, equal to that one. So then when I look at the next one, a 7 versus a 0. 0 is smaller, so that means that 2/10 was the smallest decimal. So then going back again, comparing the 2 versus the 7s, the 27/100 will come next in line as the next smallest. Check that off my list. And now I'll go back to comparing my next one. So still we have zeros out front, and then 7s match, but then I have an 8 versus a 0. That 0 is smaller, so next in line would be the 7/10, and the largest decimal was 78/100. For your ticket today, 4th graders, take your time trying to figure out if you are adding or subtracting on these word problems with decimals. And then remember to order these decimals from smallest to greatest. Always read the questions and directions carefully.